Welcome, you guys. We're going to be doing a hip opener series today. I'll be using 2 blocks. If you have blocks, grab those. If you don't, it's not necessary. All right, let's go ahead and begin on our hands and our knees. We're going to start warming up your spine with a little cat-cow. So right above your pelvis, you'll go ahead and start the movement in your spine and round your ribs to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale as you extend your spine, drop your belly down, head and tailbone come up. Inhale, roll your spine, ribs to the ceiling. Long exhale, extend your spine, heart down, head up. Once more, round, push the floor away. Fill your lungs with a full breath in. Exhale as you drop your spine down. Back to a neutral position of your spine. Let's extend one leg out to the side. And we're going to go ahead and do a twist here. So you're going to twist to that same direction. You can stay here if that is comfortable for you. If you can, go all the way down though and gently rest your head. If that's not comfortable on the neck, just stay up like this, right? We'll go ahead. It's just my weight's on my shoulder. My head just rests down. I don't have much weight pressed into my head. And then extend that top arm up for a twist. Focusing on the space between your hips and your ribs. So we'll use our breath here to help. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to deepen your twist. One more breath. Ribs away from the hips. Place your hand down and leg comes in. Come on up to the other side. Extend your leg out. Go for your nice twist. Weight is on the arm, head just rest. And extend your arm high to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, long breath out. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale and twisting. One more. And exhale. Place your hand to the ground. Bring your leg back in and rise up to all fours. Go back to the first side and leg out. Now I'm going to tuck the back toes in and I'm going to shift back and forth, front and back. This should be a stretch on your inner thigh of the straight leg. You may want to grab a little hand towel and place that underneath your knee for a little extra protection on your knee. And then we're going to sit back in just a moment. So go ahead and untuck your toes. So you can either stay up here and lower your head down more like a puppy stretch, or you can sit all the way back to child's pose, single leg. If this is not comfortable on your knee, if there's any strain in your knee, go up into the puppy pose position and let your head hang and breathe. Feeling that hip opening up, the inner thigh stretching. On an exhale, rise back up. Bring your knee in, and then we'll go ahead to the other side. Tuck your back toes under, and then we're going to shift back and forth, front and back. Two more. And then we'll tuck the toes and point them, and you can lower to puppy pose here or down to child's pose. Let your head hang, shoulders hang. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feel things start to release as we're here for a few breaths. And then we'll rise back up and bring your leg back in. Now, if you have blocks, go ahead and grab those. We're going to go into a little lunge right here. Taking your right leg forward, into a lunge. I like to have the blocks close to me so you can activate your back muscles and prevent yourself from rounding forward. Press your foot into the floor, draw your legs towards one another. Shoulders down. Hugging your muscles to the bone so you're not just sinking into the ground. Lifting up away from the ground as we stretch through the front of your hip. And then straighten your front leg here. Do a little hamstring stretch. Try to keep a flat back here. So create length in your spine, hips back, head forward. And then plant that front foot down. Lifting your back knee, we're going to bring the back foot in so that the heel can be on the ground. Turn the toes out just about 15 degrees to the left. And then you can lower your blocks here for a little pyramid pose. Even out your hips as you hinge forward. This is less of a collapse in your spine and more of a flat back reach and hinge down. Evening out your hips. Pick up your blocks. They're on the high end if you have them. And then we're going to go ahead back and forth to a little lunge. So come to the tops of the foot now. So it's no longer turned out into a little low lunge. And then back and forth, straighten up like a pseudo little pyramid pose. Right, come down, but we keep that back heel off the mat and nose to knee. Down, chest opens up, and then stretching out that front hamstring. Inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale. From here, you can take that back foot, step forward, take your other leg back, lower your knee down, right into low lunge. Chest open. If you don't have blocks, you can put your hands right here on your thigh. Lift up out of your hips so you're not sinking down. You don't want to over press into that front hip and strain the muscle. You just want to get a good stretch, activating both legs firmly into the ground, shoulders back. And then we'll straighten the front leg for a little hamstring stretch. So the back of the thigh here, flat back. Think of pulling your heel towards you so that you don't hyperextend this back knee here. And then plant that foot down in the front. Your back foot is going to lift up. Bring it closer to you. Toes turn out. Blocks can go down. Pyramid pose. Trying to keep your hips even with each other. Your left hip and sits bone reach backwards. Your right hip reaches forward. Flat back and hinge down. Press your back foot firmly into the mat by keeping your arches lifted. Full breath in, full breath out. One more. And then blocks go high. Your back foot lifts. It's facing straight forward. We'll go into a bent knee low lunge. Just kind of moving back and forth between these two positions. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then back down to your knees. All right, we can be on both knees. You can set your blocks to the front of your mat. All right, hands press firmly into the ground. Tuck your toes, and we're going to go ahead back into a downward facing dog here. So I like to keep the knees bent in the beginning, the first down dog especially, so we can focus on what we want and need in down dog, which is a flat back, long spine, and not rounding your back. Then, once you feel you have that established, Actively use your calves to press the lower leg heel to the floor. Use your hamstrings to pull the thigh up towards the ceiling. And then straightening out your knees as you do that. And only go as far as that will take you to straight legs so you don't hyperextend. If you need to walk your feet in closer, you can do that. We're going to go right leg up high. I'm going to open the hip for a little scorpion. Heel towards the glute. Firmly press both hands into the mat. Heel, pull towards your glute a little more. And back to a three-leg dog. Hold the leg high. And then knee slowly in as you step forward up to high lunge. Draw your abs in. Legs pull towards one another. Chest opens high. Clasp your hands behind your back. Go for a chest opener here. Release your hands. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, plant your hands to the floor. Step back to plank pose. Slowly set your knees down and a slow lower down to the mat. Elbows back. Point your toes. We'll go ahead, lift the hands for a low cobra. Plant your hands back down. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Second down dog should be a little easier than the first. But same thing, try to go bent knees at first and then work your way to straight leg. Lift left leg up. We'll go scorpion. Open the pelvis, rotates on top of your standing leg. Keep weight on both arms. So left arm needs to maintain weight. Heel to glute. Pull the heel to the glute. Three-leg dog. Reach the leg up high. And then step through to high lunge. Nice. Arms up. Hips even with each other. So right hip reaches forward. Left hip draws backward. Hands down behind your back. Chest opener. Strong in your legs. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step back to plank pose. This time knees can be down or up. We're going to do a little chaturanga. Point your toes. Little cobra. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in without hyperextending the knees. Exhale. Breathe out. Right leg lifts up. Scorpion again. Hip opens here. Heel to glute. Back to three-leg dog. Exhale, step through to a warrior two this time. Strong legs, legs drawing towards your pelvis. Exhale, side angle pose. We'll go hand here by your ear. First to start with. Root through the outer edge of your foot, then take your hand to the sky as we twist your spine a little more. Eyes gaze upwards. On an exhale, rise up. We'll do a reverse. Inhale here, exhale, vinyasa. Hands down, plank pose, chaturanga, cobra, down dog. Left leg high, inhale. Scorpion pose, hips open. Press firmly through both hands, heel to glute. Three-leg dog, reach your leg high. Exhale, step through, warrior two. Strong legs. Big inhale. Exhale, side angle, arm by your ear. Root through the outer edge of your back right foot. And then hand to the sky as you rotate your spine. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank pose. Step back into your chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. Pause in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Abs in. Hips press back as you press through the pads of your fingers. And then we'll walk forward to standing forward fold. You can go blocks down. Let's lift our back up to a flat back, to a nice deep hip crease. And then once you get that hip crease, you can start to lower down. Just like down dog, it takes a little time to get into it. Weight on both legs. Then you can let those blocks grow. Hands to the floor. So without collapsing your head, staying very active in your legs, and we'll heel toe walk your feet out to the sides of the mat and drop into your Malasana squat pose. In your Malasana, actively press your arms into your legs. This is a very active pose. A lot of times people think you're sinking and relaxing into it, but that's not true. You want to be very much active in your legs. Push your legs open with your arms and breathe. And this is tough, can be tough on the ankles. You can always fold up your mat behind you or put a little towel underneath your heels here to make it easier to get your feet on the ground. So very active in the legs and the arms and the upper body. You should start to feel your hips loosening and opening up a bit now. And then from here, you can actually just take it. You can just go backwards and come on down. Good. Okay. We're going to come now into a lizard pose. So I'm going to use my blocks for this. I'm going to stack them both up just to the left side of the mat. Take your right leg forward on the outside of the blocks. You could start here, stay here, or if you can go down. You can go to your forearms. Both hips getting a good stretch here. So similar to the lunge we started with, you don't want to sink into the hip. So you draw the muscle to the bone, you draw the legs towards one another. If you're starting to stretch deeper, you can take a block away. And then for the last part, we're going to put your left hand way out to the side, the left side. Place your right hand on your thigh and gently push your thigh away for a little extra twist in your torso. And release your hand. Go ahead and come out into the other side. Okay. Lizard pose, side two. So for your front foot, you can let the leg go out so that your weight's on the outer edge of your foot, as long as it's the whole leg and not your ankle like that. And you go down to where it was comfortable for you. Use your breath to assist. And then we'll go ahead, take your right hand, plant that far out to the right side. Put your left fingers on top, thumb goes on the inside of your thigh, and push your leg away. So your hands shouldn't be on your knee, but on your thigh, and open up. And then release your hand back to the ground. Go ahead and take your legs back. We'll go into a froggy pose right here. So we'll go hands and knees. Now this is going to be on the inside. The weight should be on the inside of the thigh. And then your feet need to be out to the side like that. And then from here, you can go down to your forearms and get a good stretch on the inner thigh. If you've had a hip replacement, skip this one. Just take a rest for a moment. If you've had any hip injuries, this might be too deep of a stretch. So this one, if your hips are feeling really good, you can go for this one. Otherwise, skip this one for right now. It's a very deep stretch and you cannot sink into it. You need to stay actively pulling your legs towards your pelvis so that you don't overstretch the muscles. And then press up to your hands and then bring these in and we'll take it down onto your back. Onto your back. Lower down. And we'll go head, knees to chest for a moment. Nice deep breath here. And then we're going to go for happy baby. So you can either grab your shins or you can grab the soles of your feet, but you want your ankles above your knees. And then as you press down, you resist with your legs and you push up into your hands. Deep breath. You should be feeling a lengthening in your spine, sits bones reach long as you reach to the crown of your head. Full breath in and full breath out. Last breath. Good. Then we'll release the feet. If you'd like to put the soles of the feet together for a little bit more opening in the hips, you can do that, or you can extend your legs straight here. Let's find a resting position for Savasana. Palms to the sky, relaxing your ankles, your feet, hands and wrists as you close your eyes. Long deep breaths here. The weight of your legs get heavy. The weight of your pelvis become grounded. Feel your ribs melt into the floor. And the weight of your head become grounded as well. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And let's stretch our arms way up overhead. Nice big reach fingers to toes. And then bring your arms in and your feet in, rolling to your side. Take a moment to pause here. And push yourself up using your arms into a seated position. Inhale with me as we reach up overhead. Exhale, taking in all the goodness, bring it into your heart. Again, inhale, final breath together. Exhale to heart center. Thanking you for showing up today, being committed to the work, and thanking you and your beautiful self for being here. Namaste. Thank you guys for coming to class today. I hope you enjoyed it. If this rung true for you, if you'd like something similar to this, go ahead and leave a message for me in the comments, and I'll see you on the mat.